Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Shamrock Fighting Championships Bantamweight Division. And this contest is for the Shamrock FC Bantamweight title. Introducing first, the challenger. Tonight, he's fighting out of the First Form red corner. His record, 4 wins, 1 defeat. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighed in at 134.8 pounds. Fighting out of Collinsville, Illinois, Pat Grzywacz! And his opponent tonight, he's fighting out of the FM Roofing blue corner. His record, 6 wins, 1 defeat. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighed in at 135 pounds. He is your reigning, defending Shamrock FC Bantamweight champion. Fighting out of St. Robert, Missouri, Peter Lucitt.
Referee Dwayne Bess has the call for our bantamweight title fight tonight. Patrick Grzywacz in the red, our champion Peter Lucitt in the blue.
Yeah.
Touch of the gloves and into the action. Low kick starting from our champion Lucitt. Both of these guys got a lot of skill between them.
A nice push kick there by Peter. Both these guys are just
Grzywacz looking for the takedown, trying to fight to that leg.
Yeah, Patrick
good
trying to
separation.
Push for that takedown.
Lucitt goes upstairs.
Patrick said I blocked it. Patrick said I blocked it. Peter's gonna look to pressure here. Try to get the takedown.
Elbow shuck there out of Lucitt. Nice shots to the body.
Yeah, I'd like to see Peter, get a little bit better head position. There we go. He's starting to get some head position. Ideally, he wants to get that forehead right in the chin of Grzywacz.
Big.
They want them.
Low blow there, but we're going to keep it going.
Yeah, keep going till the ref stops. Fight until the ref stops it. Outside leg kick there by Peter.
Starting to work there with those big jumping. Found a home with it from Lucitt.
Yeah, I think Lucitt was expecting Grzywacz to maybe go for a takedown there.
Yes.
Trying to time that. Maybe a fair assumption with the wrestling background of Grzywacz, but he seems very comfortable on his feet here.
Yeah, he told me that he'd worked a lot in the stand-up game. Nice right hand out of Grzywacz.
Yeah, not trying to force the wrestling. He's going to let the fight develop, which is ideal.
And he's being very calm.
Kind of caught the chin there.
Nice question mark kick there out of Lucitt.
Peter keeps going high with those kicks. Goes low there with the leg kick. I like to see him set those kicks up with his hands. You got to be careful just constantly kicking. You could eat a real big shot.
Down to 1 minute here in the first round of this 3-round fight.
You can see Patrick trying to time those kicks and land a shot. Patrick goes up high. Peter goes low. Peter doing a real good job.
Yeah, he's really starting to chop the legs out of Grzywacz.
Yeah, trying to take out that base. Patrick's he's pushing here. He's gonna try to work for that takedown.
If you take the front legs out of a wrestler, he loses the ability to shoot.
Yeah, well, you take the legs even out of a striker, they lose the ability to strike. Good pressure here. I'd like to see Patrick, work some head positioning.
Big right hand there out of Lucitt. Grzywacz looking for the leg. 10 seconds remaining in the first round.
Grzywacz shoots for a crossbody single leg. You have to be careful. You can
big
give up your back
hammer
when you do
fist
that.
being dropped.
Lots of back and forth there. That's a tough round to call. One of these guys is bleeding from their nose. I can't tell who's bleeding. Okay, it looks like
Lucitt.
Yeah, it looks like Peter Lucitt's bleeding from his nose there.
At 314 Page Law.
You know, that's a tough one. I don't think any one fighter really, you know, completely dominated that round. However, it looked like Peter Lucitt was a little bit more on the aggressive side, controlled the pace just a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely there. As we take a look here at our instant replay, big right hand, then a left, followed by a cut on the bridge of the nose there of our champion. But again, looking here at the end, they're trying for that tie-up.
Remember, after tonight's main event,
you know, if you're in Patrick Gzywac's corner, you gotta tell him, you know, you gotta start being aggressive, let your hands go, keep fighting smart, don't force the takedown. But if we can get the takedown, let's try to set that up. You know, if you're in Patrick's corner, I'm sorry, if you're in Peter's corner, telling him, man, set those kicks up, use your punches, keep being aggressive, but fight smart.
Touch of the gloves into the action, second round here. Grzywacz taking the center, trying to hold that position. Nice overhand right.
See Peter circling to his right, well, you know, away from that power of Grzywacz.
Now big right hand there out of Lucitt. Both of these guys so fast.
Yeah, you know, and just in that scramble, just kind of as Peter turned the corner, he's almost taken the back of Grzywacz.
Now Lucitt, they're trying to use that head to take those legs out. Pulling them in, he's going to try to step over into half guarding. He's now controlling both legs. Nice move by Grzywacz to get out.
Yeah, good job by Grzywacz to push Peter off and get back onto his feet. See Peter taking that leg, doing a little ankle pick. Limp arms out, takes the back.
Nice moves here out of Lucitt, trying to control that top position.
You see Patrick, he needs to be hand fighting here. Ooh, hard left hook by Peter lands as they disengage off the cage. Another harsh shot by Peter landed. He pointed at Grzywacz and said something. You can tell he's getting confidence as the fight goes.
Huge
big
roundhouse
kick right on the button.
He set Grzywacz down. Grzywacz grabbing that leg now, trying to survive.
Yeah, Grzywacz just holding on, trying to get his bearings back. You know, this is the time I would like to see Peter push on the head.
Lucitt's got to move. He's got to start taking some of it now.
Lucitt needs to get some space. He needs to push on that head. Start landing some shots here.
Big shots there.
Let's see if Patrick's able to recover. He might have been able to recover. He's looking up.
He held on. He looks pretty good.
Yeah, he looked up. It looked like he was trying to see if he could see the time here, but the way that these, monitors are set up, you cannot see the time from inside the cage.
Under 1 minute. Oh, another right hand out of Lucitt.
Went to the body, right to the head. Patrick is obviously taking some really hard shots. He's feeling
But he is fighting back hard. Now Lucitt coming in, trying to take the back.
Yeah, he's composed.
Lucitt holding on to that. Now Grzywacz trying to push him.
30 seconds remaining.
He's got a hold of the arm,
Lucitt's trying to take the back here. He has one hook in. He's trying to get that second hook in.
Grzywacz trying to survive with 20 seconds remaining.
This could just be a crank here if he's able to get that rear naked put on.
Grzywacz is going to survive here, it looks like. He took a gigantic shot from that spinning back kick.
Yeah, that landed flush, Jeremy. Grzywacz kind of saved by the bell there. I gotta imagine, Jeremy, if it wasn't for that bell, that probably would have been the end of the fight. Grzywacz shaking his head.
Grzywacz is stumbling, going back into his corner.
You gotta imagine, Peter's probably feeling very, very confident after that round. That could have been a 10-8 round. The way he finished on top, pounding him out, that could have very well been a 10-8 round.
Let's take a look here at our instant replay. Again, little cut on the nose there of
outside
our champion Lucitt. Lucitt turns it.
Boom.
Boom, straight there.
Spinning
Sends Grzywacz looking for a leg. Grzywacz does a good job there to hold it and kind of slow the action and try to minimize the damage.
Yeah, he responded well to getting rocked. He was able to slow the action down, regain his composure, and stay alive in this fight. If you're in Peter Lucitt's corner, you got to be saying, "You're up 2-0. Let's finish this fight."
Is your third and final
be smart,
round.
but
Make
he's in a position that he might be able to just put the fight away in the third. As you see, he comes out nice and
Lucitt
strong.
coming out hard. Grzywacz going to what he knows in the wrestling.
Yeah, Grzywacz isn't backing down. Right.
Lucitt tries to shuck him off here.
Look, Grzywacz could land a big knee here to the body. He was in position for it.
Lucitt working that front kick. Grzywacz going up top.
Peter being very composed. Anticipating. Oh, knee. Obviously Peter's anticipating, the takedown from Patrick, and he's really trying to play into that.
Yeah, he's really looking to finish with that head kick as Grzywacz goes to the ground. Grzywacz, though, he is a true warrior here.
Yeah, no quitting Patrick. He has not slowed down at all. He's taking a lot of damage, but he's still fighting. Oh,
big head kick there out of Lucitt.
Kick.
Answers with some hands.
Great combination there. And, that has to be in the mind of Peter Lucitt. It's like he's hitting Patrick with everything. Everything. And Patrick is not backing down whatsoever.
Grzywacz is so tough. He just keeps coming forward.
So, that does play.
Now Grzywacz controlling here this top position. Trying to get a hand free.
Grzywacz,
now he's got the back.
He's got the back here.
He's got one hook in.
He's trying to get that second hook.
Lucitt trying to shuck him off.
Yeah, Peter doing a good job, not allowing that second hook to get in. Patrick's trying to pull him back. Now we'll see if Patrick can get that second hook in.
Now Grzywacz has the back of Lucitt.
Yeah, still only one hook, though. He's going to have a hard time keeping that.
Oh, now we just reverse positions. Lucitt has the back of Grzywacz.
Yeah, Lucitt's got, he's on the side here. Doesn't quite have the back. Good job by Grzywacz just to stay in the situation here. Create a scramble, not give up his back.
Lucitt trying to maneuver out of this position. Grzywacz holding on to that ankle.
Yeah, almost like a short, single leg type of position here almost. Although Peter,
looking for an arm.
Peter transitioning to the armbar, belly down armbar. Oh, doesn't quite have it. Very nice attempt though. Couple heel
good
strikes.
Transitions.
Grzywacz punching the the legs, just trying to get some shots in there. You gotta be careful. You don't want to get a low blow.
Yeah, really.
Being silly. I think Peter feels very confident he won that fight, and I think I'd have to agree.
What a fight, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a tough fight. That was a very tough fight. I think
both of these young guys leaving everything in the cage here at Shamrock Fighting Championships tonight.
Yeah, Peter Lucitt, he won that fight, but not easily. He had to earn it. Good job by both of these gentlemen.
Don't forget, more action to come. Our co-main event is still to come tonight.
I think the most impressive thing about Peter Lucitt is he doesn't come from a big camp.
No.
It's him and Chris Gonzalez, just those two guys. Just getting after it.
But again, Patrick Grzywacz, so tough. Endured a lot of damage, did some work himself. Definitely doesn't need to hang his head in this title fight.
No, not at all. Both these guys left it all in the cage. Nothing.
Let's send this one up to the cage to Joe Parisi to make it official.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for your official decision, and we have a unanimous decision. As all 3 judges at cage side have scored this bout 30-27 in favor of your winner, and still Shamrock FC Bantamweight Champion, Peter Lucitt.
A big win for Peter Lucitt to retain his Shamrock FC Bantamweight title.